we're going to talk about the 2 mistakes that I see every photographer, videographer, and even artist make when they're trying to price their work and find clients. Now, before we get into those 2 big mistakes, could you please leave me a comment if you find anything in this video helpful, specifically what it was. Mistake number 1 is working for free. This is a mistake that I've fallen into, and it's a mistake that I see people fall into, whether they're just starting out or they've been doing photography or videography art as a business for years. And let me just say this off the bat. You, your time, your gear, your resources, your thoughts, your physical presence are all valuable and worth being paid for. Maybe somebody's offered to pay you in exposure because they have a huge following on some social media platform like YouTube or TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. And they've probably said something along the lines like, hey, this first job, if you do it for free, we're gonna get your name out to a lot of people. They might even promise something to you and say, hey, in the future, there's some more work that we have for you. The first big problem with this is that future work doesn't pay your bills today. That one is pretty self-explanatory. But the time you take to work for free is time that you're not being paid to be working with a client who is paying you. It's time that you could be using to focus on your marketing, to be doing some market research. You could be using that time to put together proposals for clients that will pay you for your work and do see value in your work, and explaining to prospective clients why your work is valuable to them. Those are always more important than working for free. And the second thing about working for free is that it devalues your work to that same client in the future if they do hire you. If you choose to work for someone for free today, in the future, they're not going to want to pay you the rates that you normally charge. And it's because they either can't afford you or don't want to be able to afford you because you just did work for them for free. Or your client can't afford you as a photographer, videographer, or an artist and was never planning to hire you in the first place because they can't afford it. So you need 1 or 2 things to turn this situation around. A proposal would help if you can put together a package that says, hey, this is why I'm charging the rates that I do, and this is how it's valuable. You can include some before and after of people's social media posts, of people's websites, and any of the analytics that go along with that they've given you information about, or even stuff you can see publicly. You have to give them something measurable that you've done in the past and why it was beneficial to that company so that they can see how your pricing structure is valuable to them. But if we're being honest, I've found that these types of clients are not people that I really want to work for. And even if they're not a business, if they're a family or a person who's hiring you for these types of things, they're probably not going to buy prints from you. They're probably not going to hire you for more work. They're probably going to get what they want from you, use you, and then maybe not return to you. They're also usually pretty difficult to work with. Those types of clients are people that I do not and will not bother with. Mistake number 2 is not working for free or for a discounted rate. Now, I know I just got done telling you how not to work for free and why you shouldn't. There's a position from which to offer free or discounted services in a way that is going to greatly benefit you or your business. The difference here is that we're going to offer these on our terms and not their terms. This needs to be a strategic and concerted effort on your part in order to make this work as effectively as it could. Now, in order to help me with this and understand it and wrap my brain around it about how to have these conversations and what to offer, I've actually written out scenarios so that I can kind of role play my way through these situations. So I have a plan for when I'm going to offer discounted rates, why I'm going to offer discounted rates, who I'm going to offer discounted rates to, and what packages I'm going to offer at free or discounted rates. I'm going to give you a few very practical examples of how this plays out, regardless of whatever niche you're in. For example, let's say someone approaches you who we know is maybe in a financially tough situation, but just wants some pictures of their family. Now, you could offer to do a mini session for them, agreeing to terms that they would buy prints from you. So you're offering a discounted rate. You're offering that 20 minutes, half hour of your time to potentially make up some of those costs in prints, or at least break even on them. That's more of a kind-hearted gesture that I would offer, and those are the exceptions to the rules that you've set up in your business strategy. But that only works if you know what rates you can afford and at what cost. Now, here's a practical example of something I did this fall. I offered my services to take pictures for a local moms group that was having a mom's day out with their toddlers at a local orchard. So they went apple picking and I offered my services. I was there for about 30 minutes. I didn't spend an insane amount of time editing these photos, just a few little touch-ups here and there. Edited the first few and then applied those as presets to the rest of the shots. I then gave them the link to download the pictures from the gallery that I made for them, and I ended up booking one of the moms for a family photo session after she got those pictures. That client then went on to get me 2 more clients via word of mouth. This is an example of offering your services for free in a way that is beneficial to you because you're offering your services for free and generating a lot of interest, a lot of leads, and a lot of traffic to your website. You've essentially volunteered your services for a little bit more of a known quantity. Some of the things that this accomplished: 1, I supported a local cause. 2, the PR of that looks very great. I've just generated a bunch of potential leads from clients, and I haven't devalued my work by offering it for free. The only other time where you should be offering your services for free is when you're developing a portfolio. Let's say you want to get into a photography niche that is kind of difficult to get into. You're going to have to develop your skills first before you can charge anybody anything. The other time is if you're just changing niches altogether and you just don't have anything remotely close to that to offer in your portfolio for people to look at. Let's say you want to get into car photography, but the only thing you have are graduation pictures. Here's an example of that wanting to get into car photography thing. Let's say you just find 2 or 3 people who you know have really nice cars, and you go up to them and you just say, hey, look, I'm trying to kind of get into the niche of car photography. You have a pretty cool car. Would you mind if I come get you some cool shots for it? I'll give you a couple of my best photos and you can put them up on your Instagram. Just make sure to tag me. Probably only take like half an hour. Would you mind if we set something up? Once you get 2 or 3 of these, load them up on your website, load them up on your phone, bring your camera with you and go to a local car show and start talking up people who are there who have nice cars that you actually want to take pictures with. Those are your prospective clients. If they have those really nice cars, they can probably afford you as a client too. You talk them up a little bit. You say, hey, I love your car. I think I know a perfect setting to get pictures of your car that will highlight what you've put into it and the work that you've put into it. Here's a few examples of what I've done. And you don't even have to hand them a business card all the time. One thing that's great about technology is that you can get their contact info. I personally have one of these digital things on the back of my phone. They just scan it and boom. They either go right to my website or you can set it up so that it's like a lead capturing machine. And if it's a lead capturing machine, then you can build a proposal and say, hey, I have this perfect idea for a location that will work with your car, the specific color, make, model it is, and you can send them a custom tailored proposal that you've put together for them. And this principle applies to every niche. Like, let's say you want to get into product photography, specifically like sneakers. Start taking pictures of your sneakers every time you buy a new pair of sneakers. Try and emulate the stuff that you like from companies and brands that you want to work for. If you want to get into real estate photography, tidy up your apartment and go take real estate pictures of your apartment. Start making content for the clients that you want to get. Let me know in the comments what niche you would love to break into. And if you like something in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing so you don't miss the next video. And I hope to see you soon.